What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So happy new year. Every year I do this video where I talk about what I want, the plans for the future. And so that's what I want to talk about in this video. I've changed things up just a little bit, and we're going to talk about what we are going to focus on in 2024. So that's what this video is all about. But first off, if you guys can do me a favor, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified anytime we post a video. We do daily videos here, so by clicking the bell notification and clicking all, you should be getting updated every day. And just a reminder, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter and Threads, you can at the TEC Show Live. Okay, so I have an important announcement to make at the very end of this video, but right now I want to talk about just the topics that I want to focus on in 2024. So the first thing, I've changed my cover page. So the cover page has changed, and it says news, politics, and life. And we're going to talk about all of those different things so you guys understand exactly what's going on with the channel. So first off, when it comes to news, I'm going to stick with the news when we're talking about Social Security, when we're talking about inflation, when we're talking about retirement, as well as just current events, some current events that might impact people who are in that situation. I'm also going to add to that Gen X. I'm a Gen Xer, and right now, the way things are going when it comes to Gen Xers and retirement, there's a crisis that we're looking at, and we'll be seeing that crisis unfold in the next 10 years. And so I want to talk about that because I think when it comes to Gen Xers being able to save money and things like that, they're struggling right now. Okay, I'll say we're struggling because I'm a Gen Xer, like I said. And so it's going to be very important for people who are Gen Xers to focus on their retirement in the next 10 years because we know what's going on with Social Security. We already know that the trust fund is running out of money. We know that in 10 years, the trust fund will run out of money. We know if Congress doesn't act, that's going to be a 23% cut in Social Security benefits. And so as a Gen Xer, this is very, very important for you because you're going to have some very serious decisions to make once you reach the age of retirement. Once you get to that age of 67, are you going to be able to retire? You might not be able to because of a 23% cut in Social Security if Congress doesn't reform Social Security. And so that's something that I really want to focus on as well when it comes to news. So we're going to talk about all the current news events that affect people who are retired, affect people who are living on a fixed income. And so I'll also give you guys all the reports when it comes to inflation. So you guys know what's going on in the market. You go to the grocery store, why are things so expensive? We're going to talk about that type of stuff on this channel so you guys have a heads up when it comes to the cost of things, the cost of gas, all of that. I always like to keep you guys updated when it comes to what's going on around the U.S. when it comes to inflation. So we're going to continue to do that as well. Okay, we are going to talk about politics. Now, I know anytime I try to talk about politics in certain ways, people get upset on either side. So you'll have Democrats that watch me and they get upset, or you have Republicans that watch me and they get upset. I want to take kind of a middle-of-the-road approach when it comes to politics. So I do want to talk about Congress and what they're doing, what they're not doing. I want to talk about legislation because I think that's very important. Just like I was talking about Social Security reform, that's something that politicians talk about, but we want to see if they're going to move forward with new legislation when it comes to that. I want to talk about the whole government shutdown issues and things like that because all of those things impact you. And if you are retired or if you're getting close to retirement, you have a 401k, you want to pay attention to what politicians are doing because they can dramatically impact your retirement plans. And so that's why I like talking about politics. Also, we're looking at an election season, so of course we're going to talk about the different candidates that are running for president as well as running for Congress. I'm also going to talk about former President Trump. He has some court cases that he will be appearing in front of a judge this year. So I want to talk about that because that also can impact our future. And so not only what the candidates are doing in front of the camera, but what also is going on behind the scenes. And then the last thing I want to focus on is life. So life issues. So I posted a video yesterday where I was talking about self-checkout and the problems with self-checkout, the struggles that I have when I go to self-checkout, and the reason why I'm not using self-checkout anymore. So life situations that are going on right now, some of the things that we're being forced to do are not good in my opinion. And so I want to talk a little bit more about that. And I talked about the cost of groceries and things like that, the real struggles that people are going through on a day-to-day basis, the cost of rent, the cost of buying a house. All of this stuff is impacting all of us. And I talked about Gen Xers earlier. There are a lot of Gen Xers that can't afford to buy a house. And why is that important? It's important because when you get to the point where you're retiring, you want to, in my opinion, you want to own some property, because if you get into dire straits, if you're in a situation where you don't have any more money, you don't have anything saved up, you can always sell your house and move somewhere else. Okay, that's an option. Not everyone's going to want to do that. Most people are going to want to keep their house, but you can use that. You can use the money, the equity in that house, sell it, and go somewhere else where it's cheaper, buy a house, and then you'll have a little bit of money left over. Or you might not buy another house. You might just move somewhere else, but you have money. Now you have a little bit of money that you can use towards retirement. And so owning a house is key when it comes to retirement, because it's another nest egg that you can pull from. And so not only do you have a 401k, but you also have equity built up in your house. And I think that's really important. But right now what we're seeing is Gen Xers as well as millennials, they can't afford to buy houses. And because you can't afford to buy a house, you're not going to be able to pull from that nest egg come retirement time. So I want to talk about these life struggles, these life issues that a lot of us are facing right now. And I think it's very important that we bring those things to light. Okay, so the announcement that I wanted to make. Now, you guys see I've kind of changed things around a little bit. I have a new set here. I have the old set that I'll be shooting videos from, but I wanted something a little more relaxing. And the main reason why I wanted to have a more relaxed environment is because I'm going to bring back live streams. So I'm going to start doing live streams more, maybe once a week, where I just sit down and we just talk about different issues that are going on, current issues. And so that's the main reason why I wanted to have this environment. So hopefully you guys appreciate it. I'm still working on some of the details when it comes to some of the setup. So just making it live stream friendly. When I say live stream friendly, I just mean I want to have monitors in certain places and be able to kind of switch to one screen, then go back to another screen, things like that. So I'm working on those things. Once I get those things finalized, I will be doing more live streams on this channel, as well as my retirement channel, my travel channel. I'm going to start doing more live streams on there as well. We're just going to talk about travel on that channel, and on this channel, we're just going to talk about current events and all the things that I just mentioned earlier. So if you guys have any questions, or if you guys have any ideas of videos that you want me to shoot, post it down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more. Happy New Year. Make this 2024 a great year. Talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.